This time the quick speed chop. Check it out. Bam! I got the gas tank out. We're working on the fuel system on Project Rusty Junk YJ. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Alright, bam, here I am back again on the Rusty Junk YJ. Today's video is going to start out at kind of like a vlog tour of what's going on, and then we're going to get into a little project here. I've been super busy. I've had stuff to do at work. I've been real busy at work, and it's slowed down my progress on this stuff, and I got some other things going on around the house and all that, so I haven't had a lot of time to get in the garage, and I'm running out of material here if I can't be working, so I'm going to try to vlog it on out today, and we'll see what we see. So, as you can see here, I've got most of the passenger side done, and we did all those videos, built the flat fenders, the rear fender action, the rub rails, did all that on the driver's side. I got the passenger side pretty much kicked out. The rub rail rock slider here is all fabricated and primed mostly. I just got to tie the corner ends in. The front fender is all done. It's all been, tube fendered out and tapered in. And I'm just building the rear flare now. I've got the plate steel all cut and welded and shaped up. I'm just about to cut the angled piece. Here we go. So after I get that flare done, bam, check this out. This is a custom-made gas tank that I built for my Model A hot rod shop truck on the first iteration of it when it was fenderless. This thing is about, I think it's about 11 gallons or so. It's made out of 14 gauge steel. I had it broke up here and then I welded it all up. There's a couple of baffles inside. It's got a bottom feed, which if you're running this on the street, it's always a good idea to pull fuel out of the top of the tank, because if anything happened, if you got in an accident or say this fuel line ruptured, you're just going to have gas pour right out of the tank. So I ran this for a while in the truck, for like 6 years in the truck. And then when I redid it, I put in a Mustang gas tank, which pulls out of the top. But I've also built other tanks in the meantime, and now I buy the fittings and I put the fuel line to draw out of the top. You bring it down about 1/8 inch from the bottom, so it sucks from the bottom, but it comes out of the top. So that way, if you ever rupture your line, like this line's from 2005, now it's all hard and nasty, it could leak and rupture on you and then cause a fire. So you never want to do a bottom siphon tank if you're running on the street. But for this off-road Jeep project, this is going to be perfect, because the likelihood of it ripping off, catching on fire on this thing's not very good, and I can always just get out of it and it'll just burn down in the woods, so not worried about that. So this is going to be fine for in the woods, be plenty safe. It's got a sending unit for a Stewart Warner fuel gauge. I might have to hook that up separately if it doesn't work with a stock Jeep gauge, or I could just have a dipstick, because it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to go on the street and run out of gas. So I'm moving right along with this side. I got the flare here welded up. Just welded up. It's hot. It's hot right there. Came out good. I just got to grind it, let it cool a little bit, grind it down, hit it with a DA to shine all this up, and then I can weld it up on here. And then just box in the last ends of this rock slider on this side and both ends. I ran out of primer. I got to go get some more of that tomorrow or whatever, but I can whiz bang get all this tied in, and then all the body armor will be done. Right, bam, I got the flare mounted up on here. I got my fluid film behind it. I'm painting the rock slider, so this side is all done now. Now we can go work on the gas tank installation / removal here and relocation. Aha, what we got back here? A little bit of rust. Oh. I might bend up a piece of sheet metal into an angle and tack it onto here and tack it onto here, just to keep all the mud from spraying up in the back of this, because it's a pretty big hole, and it'll put a little bit of structural integrity back into this. But we'll do that later. So obviously you can see the back seat is gone out of this thing. I got the seat belt. I'm going to remove this. The gas tank's going to sit right up here, right behind the seats, and I think the fuel line's going to go right down through the floor, down through here. And I got to make some kind of mount, either to hang it off the wheel tubs or to mount it on the floor. First thing I got to do is get these rear seat flip brackets out of there, which I got a ratchet. Where is it? Aha! I'm going to guess these are going to be pretty rusty. Oh, that was not too bad. Bam. Get out of there. Let's see. Come on. Whoops. Oh, that's the end of that. Let's see what else we got here. Bam. Break them off. There we go. Yeah. Here's that fuel line I was talking about. I hang that right off the front of the floor here, and then it'll have another piece of hose or hard line down through the floor. This is old hose. I gotta take that, remove that. But let's just slap it up on here for a look. Look-see. Okay. Because of the way the tub flares out in the front, the fitting's got to go down through this part of the floor, but I can probably bring this back here a little bit then. That's going to be about good. But you can see how that's going to look. I have a nice little fuel cell action right in here. And I'll still have this back area I can work on. There's going to be a fuel cap. Use a piece of rubber fuel hose clamp on a fuel neck, and then I'll just fill it with a plastic can through the door hole, and we'll have all our fuel up inside the Jeep, where we'll be out of the way down here for maximum wheeling action. You know what, I'm going to turn the tank around because the fuel fitting coming out of the bottom is near the exhaust system, and the fuel lines are on the driver's side, the frame rail, so I'm going to turn the tank around. This, actually, I wonder if I can mount it sideways. Ooh, it fits in there pretty nice. It would be like this. And then the fuel filler would be right here by the back window. That'd be kind of handy. I'd have this area over here. I don't know if I like that. About like that. So now I can get the fuel lines right over on the driver's side where the existing fuel line is, and I can hook right back into that. So I've kind of made a scratch mark. I'm gonna have to hole saw into the floor here, but I'll easily be able to reach with a plastic can in here and put gas into it. Then I'll still have this back area where I can put tools and you know, straps and chains and crap in here. So I guess that'll be aight. Be aight. Alright, I'm going to get a hole saw. I'm going to hole saw in like a 2-inch hole in the floor here to give plenty of room for that fitting to get through. And then we'll be able to set the tank down onto the flush here on the floor. Oh! Aha! There appears to be a brace under here right in the way. Son of a gun! Whoa! Dang, bro! Aha! Perfect. the fittings hitting it here. I'm gonna have to nibble a little out of the front. That's all right. Okay, let's try it again. Ah, get in there. Aha! Made it. Bam. Now, just gonna center this guy up here. And yeah, I think I can get to the fender pieces of some angle iron real easy, but that'll be the fuel tank. Then I'll just fuel it from the passenger side seat. Might even be able to get a piece of tubing and duct the filler neck over there close to the roll bar, so it'll be easy to get at. Or I can fill it from back here, it doesn't matter. It'll use a funnel anyways. But bam, there we go. That comes out right perfect spot to hook onto the existing fuel line on the driver's side frame rail. It's going to be awesome. So let me get a couple of pieces of like 2-inch or 3-inch angle iron, whatever. We'll reach over there, get those ready to tack onto this thing, and then we'll have this thing mounted up, ready for rock and roll, ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I'm just going to weld 2 pieces of angle iron right to the wheel tubs, like I said. I've got them already cut out here and bolted onto the gas tank. I'm just going to tack this in place real fast and then take the tank out. This tank hasn't had gas in it for multiple years and it's taped up, so it should be okay to just tack this real fast without causing an explosion. But hang tight, let's see what happens. Oop. Alright, bam, I can just take the tank out now, and I can weld these pieces of angle iron right to the tub there. And then the tank will be installed. I'll just bolt it down. I just got 2 bolts holding it down. It's plenty for what's going on here. Can't go anywhere. Well, that welded like garbage. I used a piece of bed frame angle iron and some kind of like hardened steel. I had a hard time drilling a hole in it, and it wanted to, when I welded it, all over the place. I got it burned in good. It's actually, it melted fast and kind of went in the burn. I actually got a good bead, but it had all kinds of splatteries you could probably see there in the welder, and it like gunked up the gun a whole bunch of times. But they're welded on there now. I'll let them cool down, and then we'll slap the tank right up in there permanently. So bam, I got those brackets painted up there. Just some paint I had, silver paint, kind of matched the gold. And you see here this duct tape. I took some, this is rubber material. It's kind of like 2-sided, but it's not very sticky anymore. So I went and I duct taped it down. That'll give a little bit of padding here on the ribs so the gas tank won't rattle on the metal here. Well, it's sitting down there and it won't squeak and squawk. So I think she's ready to install. Let me pick it up and we'll put her in here. Perfect. See, it's nice spot up here flush there. Gotta fix the seat belts, look at that. They're not bolted to anything. But bam, perfect. Then the seats will come right back here like this. little bit of room behind the seat still, and easily be able to flip the seat up and put it gas in from here or put gas in from there. But that thing's locked in, not going anywhere. Alright, so the only thing really got left to do besides hooking up the cutting off the fuel line off the plastic tank and hooking it up to the bottom of this is getting the plastic tank out of here. And I've never done one of these before, but it looks like there's a steel gas tank skid plate, and then there's a strap that goes around the plastic tank here. There's actually a bunch of bolts to hold the skid plate. So I gotta get the skid plate down, and then I guess take the straps down and just unhook the fuel lines and drop this plastic tank out. I'll save this for some other project because it's a nice plastic tank that's nice and like rectangular and compact. It'll fit in something, and obviously it's not going to go bad because it's plastic. And I'll pull the filler neck out of the side and all that with it, and pretty much just eliminate all this. Let's see how we do here. All right. Bam. Well, I spent about 45 minutes with the Sawzall and the chisel, and I finally got the last bolt out. I've disconnected the filler neck hoses. I should be able to drop this thing down. Let's see what happens. We'll do something. Oh, I also unbolted the exhaust. Oh, there we go. It's hanging now. Aha! That's the chance this is going to come out of here and not dump on the floor. Lines are here, but they're not pinched yet. These are fighting me. Let's get it out of here. Ha! Ah, crap. Give me back my foot! Ta-da! And it's just that easy. I'm just going to cut the hoses here. Might get a little bit of gas come pouring out of here. Let's see. Oh. Alright, I'm going to say the one of the gas is probably the supply line, I would imagine. Boom. Alright, bam, there we go. You can see that with the tank out of here, look at how much clearance there is now. The ground clearance is now up to the rear crossmember height and the shackle height, so that'll give tons of rear wheeling action. The rear end's hanging out down there, and then when we cut these frame rails off and pick them up here, give another about 3 inches of clearance. So getting rid of the stock gas tank has really made a big difference here. Now we got a really high wheeling angle on the back of our Jeep. So bam, there we go. I'm going to take this outside and get the gas fumes out of here and drain her on out and save it for later, because I might be able to put it in another Jeep or use it on some vehicle or something. But anyways, it's a plastic tank's not going to go bad. So I'll get her drained on out and put her into storage, and then we got the new fuel cell mounted back in the back of the Jeep. So bam, there we go. A little bit of vlog action, a little bit of progress here on Project Rusty Junk YJ. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for alerts, tell your friends, and we'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop working on rusty junk like Project Rusty Junk YJ.